I'm about to reveal some secrets, and that is the one thing that I wish I had done way, way, way sooner in my life to make more money. Let's dive into it. My name is Tessabella, aka Billion Dollar Bella, and I am so excited to have you here. I consider myself your rich big sis, so I'm here to give you the advice that you need, the things that you maybe don't want to hear, but you probably should hear, and of course, help you learn how to make, manage, and multiply your money. So the number one thing that I wish I had understood sooner is that you should always have multiple ways to monetize the effort that you are currently putting out. And what I mean by a practical example right now is you should be monetizing on social media. I'm going to say something that will ruffle a little bit of feathers here, but if you have at least 100 followers on Instagram, there is no reason that you should not be making at least $50 to $100 per day. Now, there are tons of different ways that you can do this, but right now there is no better opportunity to get access to really show up on social media. Right now, we're getting such incredible visibility by posting things like reels and carousels and leveraging all of these social media platforms. And so if you have a phone in your hand and you spend any amount of time on social media, particularly Instagram or TikTok, if you are not currently building your own content and building your own brand, and side note, before you click away, you can do this completely faceless. There are people who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars with faceless accounts, meaning you don't have to sit there like I'm doing right now and film a video. You can literally use pre-made B-roll or film some of your own B-roll with text over it using trending sounds and turn that into a profit-generating business for yourself. And the best way that you can do so is with digital products. So I'm going to give you just a quick little crash course on exactly how you could do this to get started. But before we dive in, I do also have a bunch of free resources linked down below in the description of this video. So I have a free Reels course that you can take. I have access to digital products that you can preview. I have access to a total crash course of exactly how to use this strategy that I'm about to summarize for you to start making income from your social media. So if this even piqued your interest, and if you are not yet making money on social media, check out the links down in the description and ask me any questions in the comments, because I truly believe that there is room for absolutely everyone to be doing this. Okay, so first things first, you do have to pick a lane. AKA, you're picking a niche. Now, this doesn't mean that this has to be the only thing that you ever talk about for the rest of your life. I think a lot of people get afraid of picking a niche because they're like, oh, well, I don't want to be too focused on this, and I like talking about all these different things, and so they steer away from choosing anything. That's not the right way to go. You need to choose one thing, even if you're just going to stick with it for, let's just say, 90 days. So I like to call this picking a lane, because much like driving a vehicle, there will be times that you'll change lanes a little bit. There will be times that you'll stop. There will be times that you'll adjust, and that's totally fine. So you need to first pick a lane. Now, there's some obvious ones, things like making money online, real estate, business, finance, but there's also some that are more general. There's parenting, there's motherhood, there's single motherhood, there's holistic nutrition, there is homemade ice cream recipes. There's so many different areas and avenues that you can go down. So pick something that resonates with you. Typically, it's going to be something that either you are currently on a journey of yourself. So an example is if you're on a fitness journey, you're trying to get in better shape, lose some weight, or train for an event, whatever it is, that could be a perfect niche, because you can bring people along your journey, which really helps to not only build some authority, but it also makes you really relatable and really authentic. So I definitely recommend it's either a journey that you're currently on, or it's something that you do already have some existing expertise and knowledge on. So if you're somebody who cooks every meal at home, if you're somebody who has been in the marketing space for a while, if you're somebody who has sold a number of houses, all of those kind of things are an indicator that you have a degree of expertise. And I do want to make one quick point here. A lot of times people steer clear of teaching something or, coaching on something or putting a product out there because they think, oh, well, I'm not like an expert. Like I don't know everything there is to know. All you need is to be at least one step ahead of other people in order to be 100% of service to them. That's something that I find very, very useful. So that doesn't mean that you're going to go out and claim that you're the best of the best and you know everything and no one has a better way of doing this than you are. What it means is I'm sharing my experience. I'm good at this one thing. here's how I can help you be good at it too. I'm sharing what I'm learning. I'm sharing what I'm doing. I'm sharing what I've accomplished. So those are some of the best ways typically to kind of define your lane or define your niche. Next up, you need to pick a format of digital products. So very commonly, we see things like ebooks, templates, checklists, all of these kind of things that are essentially in a PDF format that can be easily created and delivered. What I suggest to really stand out from other people, cut through the noise, and be super valuable is to do something that's a bundle, and to take it one step further, that this bundle helps them to actually accomplish something from step A to step B. So I'll give you a couple examples here. Maybe your bundle is how to grocery shop for a family of 4 for under $100 a week and prep every meal at home. And so maybe this bundle now would include a example shopping list. It would include a spreadsheet that's like a calculator of meals. It would include a recipe ebook. Maybe it includes a couple quick videos that walk through how to make sure that you're portioning things properly so that you have enough to last you through the full week. That's just an example off the top of my head. That's now 4 digital products that you could bundle as a complete thing that now gives somebody a result, meaning that at the end of that, they've accomplished a result. So now we're going to put this all together and put a price tag on it. Now, pricing your digital products can totally vary. I will say I tend to believe that across almost every single niche, you will find some of the most success, especially when starting out, at a lower ticket price point. So low ticket means something different to a lot of different people. I would suggest that you're staying under $200, ideally under $100, especially while you're starting out. So that would be something that maybe I would price it around $47 for that entire bundle. And you may be thinking, oh, that sounds really low. I don't know. But here's the thing. With low ticket items, not only do you have the opportunity to sell a higher volume of them, there's also different degrees of price point where somebody's not going to think about it as hard before making that decision. So yes, that's a lower ticket item, but it's going to allow me to start driving some momentum and driving some traffic while also collecting data. Because now, based off of the people that I get to opt into that specific product, I can tell which pieces were the fan favorites. I can ask them for literal reviews and testimonials and feedback on what was the most helpful in that. And then based off of that feedback, that's what I could turn into a higher ticket program. Or you can stay with low ticket. I'm a big fan of low ticket. But if you want, you can say, maybe people come back to you and say, hey, that shopping list and the recipe ebook was so incredibly helpful. And so maybe you take that feedback and you turn that into a year's worth of recipes and shopping lists and whatever. And so now you sell that for a much higher ticket, or maybe it's a monthly membership where they're getting this monthly, or maybe it's a coaching program. Whatever it is, you can see how this evolves into so many different avenues. And now you've created an additional stream of income that can be quite passive. The term passive income is kind of hit or miss, right? Because there's not a lot of things in reality that is truly passive, meaning you truly just sit back and collect it. This instead is what I like to call did it income, which means that you did the work once and now you get to keep collecting money off of it for years to come. So this is a really important thing to set up. Once you've decided on what your products will be and what the format will be, then it's time to get into sort of the tech stack side of it. So again, if you guys want a full tutorial on how I would suggest setting this up, let me know down in the comments, because I'd be happy to film platform tutorials that'll show you exactly how to map it out. But basically, you're going to need something where people can opt in, where you can collect a payment. So you'll need a payment processor. You'll need to be able to send them the product or deliver whatever the assets are. And then you'll want to be able to continually email them and communicate with them, so that this is now your email list or your prospect list or your network that you can continue to monetize in the future. One great tool to check out is called StStore. That is one that I think is really easy. It's super user-friendly, and it can accomplish just about all of that on the creator plan, which is I think only $29 a month. I'll put a link down below if you want to try it out 14 days for free. There will be a link down in the description that you can try StStore, set it all up for yourself, and launch your very own digital product. From that point forward, all you need to focus on is driving as much traffic as possible. And even if you feel like you don't have much going on social media yet, I can assure you that you can drive a ton of traffic by simply creating reels. Set a challenge for yourself to create a couple reels a week. If If you really want to ramp things up, doing at least one reel a day is a great way to start gaining traffic. Now, initially, you might not see a ton of momentum, but if you stick with that for at least 30 days, you will inevitably have at least one reel that starts to pop off and gets some serious virality. With Instagram's latest algorithm update, they are pushing creators to non-followers now more than ever. So this is the perfect time to capitalize on getting in front of people that don't follow you and potentially converting them into not just followers, but paying clients. So this is definitely something that I wish I had implemented much sooner. I feel really fortunate to have set it up now for myself, but I definitely wish that somebody had taught me how to do all of this much earlier in life, because I could have been monetizing the entire time. So again, if you have even 100 followers on social media, that should be generating you at least $50 a day. If you have any questions or want to check out some of the tutorials and free resources, check out that description. Make sure you hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.